Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, madam. Good evening.
Sir, what shall we do? Should we wait for another 3 minutes? Because
Oh,
only. Okay. We
okay, madam.
wait for that time. Okay, we'll start. Okay, so today we are moving to the second topic of the first unit. So that means 1.2.2 actually. Let me show you the syllabus. Then you will be clear with what we are doing. Okay, so let me here. So here you can see what we did. Okay, hope you all can see it. Education and sociology under that 1.0 introduction. We completed it. 1.2 unit objectives. We discussed that also. 1.2 relationship between sociology and education. We completed. 1.2.1 scope of educational sociology. We discussed it yesterday. So today we are going to talk about 1.2.2 aims of educational sociology. And hope we can go further, even 1.3.1, 1.3.2. Okay? I just showed you where we are. We'll start. Okay, so here is the topic. Aims of educational sociology. So there are different aims, purposes of educational sociology. Our subject is also that. Right. Okay, just read them one by one. So in case if you get a question like discuss the importance or else discuss the purposes of educational sociology. These are the answers.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll see when we study the subject educational sociology, we can understand the social forces that shape educational systems and experiences. So we are living in a society. So we cannot ignore society. Okay, so there are certain influences, forces in society, and they shape education system and experiences. For examples here, there are some examples. Socio-economic status. If a country is a developed country, and if a country is a poor country like Sri Lanka, and that will affect education system and experiences. And even the race, gender, culture, and power dynamics, how the hierarchy exists in society, influence access to education, the quality of education, and student outcome. Okay, so then education is not only teachers and students. So there are many social forces which affect education. Okay, so that can be understood only when we study educational sociology. So that is a separate area in the field of education. We'll go to the next purpose. Here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see. Analyze the relationship between education and social inequality. And we know in society, there are different classes. All people are not with the same socio-economic status. Some people are living in slums. Some people are living in luxurious houses. Some people are using very sophisticated vehicles. Some people do not have money even to buy a bus ticket. So there are lots of differences. But this particular subject connect education to this. That means how this social inequality affect education. Okay, how education both Perpetuates, that means continue. Perpetuate means continue, and potentially mitigates. Mitigates means reduce social inequality. Okay, education is a tool that can mitigate social inequality. Okay, so you also might know, you also might have heard, because of education, people have come to the upper social grade. And also, it explores how factors like unequal access to resources. So, educational sociology pays attention to unequal access to resources, tracking systems, and the hidden curriculum can contribute to educational disparities. Okay, so there are reasons for educational disparities, inequality. So that is actually unequal distribution of resources. And urban schools, they are having excess of facilities, whereas remote schools, they do not have even preliminary basic facilities. Okay. Hope these things are clear to you. I am continuing. In case if anything is not clear, you can ask me. Next one.
Okay, madam.
Okay, we'll see. Identify and address educational challenges and disparities. So these are the purposes of this subject, the subject areas. That means this subject analyzes issues like achievement gap. Okay, so then when we think about the enrollment to grade 1 class and the number of students who went through O-level exam and A-level exam, so there is an achievement gap. Okay, so all the students who are enrolled to grade 1, they do not complete their education with advanced level. And also school dropout rates. So these are certain things that this subject pays its attention. And the reasons for children's dropouts, maybe financially the parents are not capable of sending the students to school, and maybe because of family problems they need to find jobs, and also the lack of access to quality education for marginalized group. Okay, education is not everywhere qualitative. Okay, so especially marginalized students, they do not have access to quality education. Okay, all these things are deeply analyzed and discussed under the subject educational sociology. And we'll go to the next one.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Inform educational policies and practices. So this subject introduces educational policies and practices because the particular subject, this subject studies educational problems, social dimensions of education. Educational sociology can inform the development and implementation of more effective and equitable educational policies. So they can propose under this subject. The proposals can be given to the authorized persons on how to develop and implement more effective and equitable educational policies and practices. Okay, that is another purpose of this subject.
Okay, madam.
Okay, yeah. So promote social injustice and equity in education. So that is the ultimate goal, is to create an education system that provides equal opportunities for all students. I don't know whether such education system exists in this world, regardless of their background, and that promotes social justice and equity. Okay, so we are highly talking about social injustice, but we have to check whether social justice is there in education. Okay, so then the cost of education, can it be bought by everyone equally? Yes, but anyhow, the knowledge of educational sociology targets to promote social justice and equity in education. Okay, so I am following the topic names in the syllabus 1.3. You just see.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, a meaning and nature of educational sociology. Educational social, we discussed the very first day, is a subfield of sociology. And this subfield focuses on the study of education as a social institution. So directly, educational sociology is a subfield of sociology. Otherwise, educational sociology is not a subfield of education. Okay, get it into mind. Don't think educational sociology is a subfield of education, but it is a subfield of sociology. It examines how education is shaped by and in turn shapes social structures, relationships, and processes. Social structure shape education and education shape social structure, vice versa. Okay, so are these clear up to now? So now we are moving to another area. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Clear. Okay, we are moving to another section, 1.3.1, theories of Emily Durkheim. Okay, so what we are going to do is simply to touch theories of this great person, because his contribution to the field of sociology is immense. He has spoken a lot about social inequality. Okay, we'll just get to know. He's not an educationalist, he's a sociologist. It's not she, he, actually. It's a mistake.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So you may be a bit confused, but I will methodically learn what he says. Émile Durkheim was a prominent French sociologist. He's a French by birth and also by profession, he's a sociologist. And he contributes to the field of sociology, as I told you earlier, in an immense way. And his major argument was that education plays a crucial role, very important, significant role in maintaining social order and cohesion. That's what we all will agree. No, I suppose no one is against his opinion. He told in maintaining social order and cohesion, education plays an important role. Social order means that there are some method, accepted way how society should function. Cohesion means there is a sequential logical order. For that, to maintain that, education plays an important role. He emphasized the importance of education in three areas: transmitting shared values and norms. Okay, so there are things which we should accept. In Sinhala, we call sirit virit. Okay, there are values and norms. We have to respect them. Okay, these norms and values are transmitted from generation to generation through education. And developing social solidarity and collective consciousness. So solidarity means unity. So then developing social unity and collective consciousness. So in a society, people are together. And regarding certain opinions, everybody will be together. So that is because of education. In Sinhala, we can say Samuhika Bhava. So that can be developed using education. And also, education prepares individuals for their roles in society. So all the people in society, they do not play one role. So various roles are played by different people. Okay, individuals are prepared to play their roles by education. So by profession also we see there are doctors, there are teachers, there are clerks. Okay, so education prepares them for them. Okay, so don't think that Emmy Duke, he did not tell something totally unknown. Things are easy, but only thing he brought it as a theory. Is this clear at the beginning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next.
Okay.
Yes. Social solidarity. Okay. According to Durkheim, society is held together by a shared sense of moral order, collective consciousness. Okay, so for an example, these things may look very tough for you because what we are touching today is a huge theory. But even though it is a famous huge theory, things are very familiar to us. So in our society, don't you think that this exists? That there are certain things, most of the things are accepted by everybody. So society is held together. So we don't accept killing each other. Very simple example. Therefore, people do not kill each other. So we don't see them. There may be some exceptions. So that is how society held together by shared sense. So killing not only human beings, even killing animals in public, we don't accept. Of moral order and collective consciousness. And there are many more things that people do not do in public. Okay, so when people are in society, in public, so there are certain order that they should follow. He distinguished between two types of social solidarity. Durkheim found two types of social solidarity. One is called mechanical solidarity. Okay, from the term mechanical, you can understand how it is. Okay, that means automatically. And mechanical solidarity found in traditional societies with strong collective conscience and limited individual differentiation. That means traditionally, all will follow the same. And that's not out of reasoning. Okay, nowadays, before we accept something, we check whether we should accept it. But traditionally, it was not like that. So without thinking, without arguing, without analyzing, the whole group followed the same. That is mechanical solidarity. Is this clear? If you have a question, you can ask. Are you confused? Stop.
No, ma'am.
Okay. The other one is organic solidarity.
Okay.
Yes. So then here, mechanical solidarity means just think about a traditional society long time ago in the past. So most of them were farmers. Okay, everywhere. So everybody was doing the same, and limited individual differentiation was there. Maybe there was one school teacher, one clerk in a village, and one very rarely a doctor. So then almost all were same. That is mechanical solidarity. But in modern world, it's not like that. Organic solidarity. In modern complex societies, there is a high division of labor. So there are different professions and interdependence between individuals. So they depend each other. So then just think about the professions in modern society. So all are equally important. The doctor should be there to take medicine. Lawyers should be there to go follow court cases. And then clerk should be there in offices to work. Fishermen should be there to catch fish. Okay. So in modern society, it's very complex and there is a high division of labor. I am giving the meaning of this huge concept as simple as I can. Otherwise, organic solidarity is a huge concept. Because in your syllabus, it's just a subtopic. Anomy. See what it is.
Okay.
Okay. Anomy. Anomy refers to a state of normlessness. No, not normalness. It's normlessness or a breakdown of social norms and values. So in society, anomy refers to a state, some condition where there are no norms. And that is a kind of breakdown of social norms and values. Okay, so this is very dangerous. So just imagine we are living in a society where there is no any respect for norms and values. So it's a collapsed society. Durkheim argued that anomy can lead to social problems. So we should never expect a society with anomy. So it's a very problematic society, such as deviance. There are lots of deviances, separations, suicide cases, and social unrest. Okay, so then if you read about more about this person, he did a huge research in with reference to his country. So then he found the suicide rate is very high. So that is after modernism. And after doing huge research only, he came up with these concepts. Religion.
Okay.
Yes, religion. So religion is also a fundamental social institution, we all know. And religion is also contributes to collective consciousness and social solidarity. And if you say the Buddhist community, the Islamic community, Christian community. So when you think about this religion, you can easily understand how this solidarity is maintained using religion. So Durkheim argued that religious beliefs and rituals create a shared sense of belonging and meaning. Okay, people following one religion, they are having a shared sense of belonging and meaning. Okay, then suicide. So these are another areas he spoke.
Okay, madam.
Okay, suicide. So then he brought suicide as also major component in his theory. So he conducted, as I told you earlier, a very groundbreaking research on suicide. And then he saw a social phenomenon rather than an individual act. So Durkheim identified suicide not as an individual act, but as a social phenomenon at that time. So then now when a person committed suicide, we consider it as an individual act. But when Durkheim was doing research, he noticed suicide rather than an individual act, it's a social act. So he identified different types of suicide, including egoistic. So egotism, that means in Sinhala we call mamatvaya. That means being very selfish. So then some reasons for suicide is too much selfishness. Altruistic is opposite of that. That means philanthropist. That means when a person is thinking about others more, so that also leads to what is called suicide. Okay, but then the other one is anomic. Anomic means some persons can't understand certain social norms. So they don't understand why I should follow this. Sometimes they may be very radical, and that can lead to suicide. So if you are an anomic, you can't live in a normal society because you don't understand why we should follow these things. And then fatalistic. That means there are some people who hand over everything to fate. Okay? So we can't hand over everything to fate. So we have to do something by ourselves. So these are some reasons for suicide. And all these reasons are linked to different social conditions. That's what Durkheim noticed. Okay, this is another one. Don't get confused with these things, okay? I will give you sample questions also. So this is a subject which covers a larger area. So when we are doing educational sociology, there are certain components that we have to touch. Okay, so we'll do these things.
Okay.
Okay. Division of labor. So according to Durkheim, division of labor in society contributes to social integration and interdependence that we discussed earlier also. So there are different positions, different job profiles. So they contribute to each other. And also he argued that increasing specialization of tasks in modern society. So some people are experts in one particular task, but he cannot do any other thing. So for an example, an accountant may be very clever in settling accounts, but he can't just fix a button to a shirt. And doctor, we'll say surgeon may be perfect in doing operations, but he cannot bend when his shoe had a problem. Okay, so people are specialized in certain tasks, create new form of social cohesion. Cohesion means solidarity, unity. Okay, that is correct. So if we know everything, we don't want other people. But today it's not like that. So when we are going under rain, if something happened to our umbrella, we need to take the help, the service of a person who is repairing umbrella. It's like that. Division of labor, the Kim look at it in a positive way. There is another theory, but let me give one little time. I want to make you listen to something. Yeah, this is, yeah.
And what sociology.
We share. Let me get it downloaded, then I think it will be convenient, or else shall I share like this? Can you see what I have opened?
Yes, madam.
We'll see whether you can hear it. Let me play.
Logical theory, key concepts.
Can you hear it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll just listen to it just to break the monotony also.
Sociological theory, key concepts. At the core of Emile Durkheim's sociological theory is the idea of social cohesion. As a functionalist sociologist, Durkheim is concerned about social cohesion or social solidarity. According to Durkheim, social cohesion comes from a core institutionalized values that are held in common. Thus, anomie, that is, the lack of norms of behavior, feelings of alienation, and social conflict, which are some of the central concepts in Emile Durkheim's sociological theory, are seen as social pathologies. Let me briefly discuss the key concepts of Durkheim's sociological theory. I will begin with the concepts of collective conscience, religion, and mechanical solidarity. According to Durkheim, collective conscience and religion are crucial to social cohesion. This is because, first, collective conscience, understood as beliefs and sentiments that are shared in common by members of a society, creates common condition of existence, and religion is the main form of collective conscience, which, according to Durkheim, imposes a uniformity of beliefs and actions. However, it is important to note that Durkheim argues that collective conscience, expressed in religious beliefs and reinforced by ceremony, which eventually brings people in solidarity, is true only to small-scale societies, for example, tribal societies. Durkheim calls the kind of solidarity that we can find in small-scale societies mechanical. As we may already know, for Durkheim, mechanical solidarity implies the similarity of individuals living in a society. In other words, in a society held together by mechanical solidarity, members share the same basic beliefs about the world and about life, which are essentially based on religion, and engage in the same basic social and economic activities, such as hunting and gathering. These basic beliefs and values constitute what Durkheim calls collective conscience. For Durkheim, collective conscience, which is understood as the totality of beliefs and values, is a determinate system with a life of its own. Because collective conscience is understood more as norms of society, this system causes the individuals to cooperate with each other or abide by the laws of the society. But it must be remembered that collective conscience is not a social structure, but is a form of solidarity found in small-scale societies. Now, as we can see, advanced societies moved away from this type of solidarity, which results in the weakening of the hold of collective conscience. However, for Durkheim, the paradox of modern societies is that as they become more individualized, so they become more integrated. Thus, Durkheim did not view modernization as the cause of the disintegration of the old society. As a matter of fact, as already hinted above, modernization has ushered in a new type of solidarity. And for Durkheim, this is made possible through the concept of the division of labor. On division of labor and organic solidarity. As already hinted above, the organization of society into tribes corresponds to what Durkheim calls the segmental structure of mechanical solidarity. Here, a society is made of small groups or segments organized into tribes with close proximity to one another, and where the division of labor is along domestic lines. As we can see, there is little division of labor in a society held together by mechanical solidarity. Now, as societies become more advanced, the segments turned into organs with more specialized functions. Also, advanced societies are now characterized by industrialization and increased division of labor. These highly complex and organized societies, therefore, as Durkheim would have us believe, are no longer held together by mechanical solidarity, but by organic solidarity. The collective conscience may have remained, but become less and less important, as the type of solidarity that hold these societies together now comes from occupation rather than kinship, and social interactions are now based on contracts. With this, Durkheim argues that organic solidarity bases itself on a more specialized form of social interactions, with the individuals linked more to each other rather than to society as a whole. As we can see, the shift from mechanical solidarity to organic solidarity has led to the idea of system integration, in contradistinction to social integration. In social integration, individuals or groups come together or integrated into the mainstream society, and they are integrated because they share common beliefs and values. In system integration, the society has become more advanced and complex, and the division of labor has become high organized through the markets, the state, and so on. In system integration, individuals are integrated through the roles that they played in the society. Indeed, it is here that the notion of the division of labor comes in. In fact, according to Durkheim, the division of labor in advanced societies makes individuals more reliant on each other, and, in particular, on the economic functions that different people perform. This is indeed the paradox of the modern society held together by organic solidarity. As Ian Crabb rightly puts it, the paradox of organic solidarity based on the division of labor is that members of society become both more individuated and more dependent on society.
Shalom, everyone. My name is Erisorif. I'm the president of
Yeah,
One
sorry,
for
that
Israel.
is an
I'm sure
advertisement
many of
we
you have seen.
okay.
At the same time, more individuated, because in modern societies people fulfill many different social roles, behave differently in those roles, and work with different, specialized bodies of knowledge. Beliefs and knowledge shared by the whole community are no longer sufficient to enable each individual to fulfill his or her task. We become more dependent on everybody else fulfilling their tasks, vitally dependent. If I were a member of a hunter-gatherer society, I could go off by myself for long periods of time, looking for food, finding my own shelter, and so on. In contemporary society, I am dependent on other people, many of whom live on the other side of the world, to grow my food, make my clothes, supply me with warmth and light, print the books that I read, service the word processor I write on, and so on. I could have or done none of these things without society. On law, state, and social cohesion. Because social bonds become more like contracts in modern societies, law, therefore, is necessary according to Durkheim. For Durkheim, law is important for social cohesion because law reproduces the principal form of social solidarity. Two kinds of law for Durkheim, penal and restitutive. According to Durkheim, penal law is based on repressive sanctions, which predominates in less advanced societies. The origin of penal law is religion, and it serves to maintain collective sentiments in order to preserve social cohesion. Thus, as Durkheim argues, punishment's true function is to maintain social cohesion intact, while maintaining all its vitality in the collective conscience. Restitutive law, on the other hand, is based on restitutive sanctions, which predominates in modern or more advanced societies. The origin of restitutive law, according to Durkheim, are contracts, which bind people together in solidarity. And for Durkheim, the true function of contractual laws is not to inflict harm in order to maintain social cohesion, but to return things to their normal state and to re-establish what has been disturbed. As we can see, organic societies are restitutive rather than repressive, and aim not so much to punish, but to secure compensation for damage. Now, in terms of crises which threaten social cohesion, Durkheim emphasizes the role of the state in maintaining social cohesion through its regulative powers. Thus, for Durkheim, it is the state that can ultimately promote and maintain social cohesion, especially in more advanced societies. Durkheim provided three important reasons why it is the state that can promote and maintain social cohesion in more advanced societies. First, the state ensures justice and offers protection to the individual. Second, the state preserves social unity out of diversity, especially of the function brought about by increasing division of labor. And third, the state, whose primary concern is policymaking, law, and government, interacts with the rest of society, ensuring that society becomes more consciously directed, as opposed to being the product of unthinking custom and tradition.
Yes. Okay. So I will share it with you. So then leisurely you can watch it. I will share the link. Okay, we'll go to the lesson. Okay, division of labor, suicide. We discuss all these things. Okay, now there is another theory in your syllabus, Robert K. Merton and the theory of anomy or deviance. Okay, just get an idea.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so this person, Robert K. Merton, and he was talking about the theory of anomy or deviance. And these are technical terms. Okay, so these are the terms used by these persons. So then Robert K. Merton theory of anomy or deviance can be applied to education. Okay, directly this theory can be applied to education. Applying this theory, we can understand why some students may engage in deviant behavior. That means while all the students are following particular behavior, there are some students who are deviated from that. Anomy arises when there is a disconnect between societal goal and the legitimate means to achieve them. So according to Martin, actually, there is a problem when what society expects and how, I mean, the way when people are going to achieve them. So there are certain things that society expects. But at the same time, there is a legitimate way that we can achieve them. For an example, we need money. Okay, so target is to be a rich person. But we should earn money in a legitimate way. But when some people are not ready to achieve societal goals using legitimate ways, there will be deviant behavior. According to Martin, we'll see here. Okay, so when this theory is related to education, we can talk about students dropping out of school, academic dishonesty, school violence. Okay, these three can be related to the theory of Robert K. Martin. And we'll see anomy.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. What about others? Did you all read? So here you can understand it very easily. The same thing which I explained earlier. Yes. So then anomy is a concept spoken by the earlier person. And so Martin interpreted it in a novel way. So then he argued that anomy arises when there is a disconnect between culturally defined goals and the legitimate means available to achieve them. The same example which I told you earlier, the wealth and success. So then even though we want to be rich and even though we want to have more money, we can't go out of legitimate ways. Strain. So because of the desire to achieve goal, people are under pressure because when they follow legitimate legal way, they can't achieve their targets quickly. Okay, so you all will accept. So whatever we do, we have to do according to socially accepted way. So sometimes achieving goals according to the legal way is not easy. So people are always under pressure. Because of this, they try to use illegitimate ways to achieve goals. I suppose it is clear to you all. So you know these pyramids, you know, the system people tend to earn money very quickly. At last, what happened? They will lose what they are having also. Okay. I hope this is clear to you. We'll continue.
Okay, madam.
We'll see 5 adaptations to strain. Okay, because of the goals and the difficulties in achieving these goals, people are under pressure. Okay, so Merton identified 5 ways individual can adapt. First one is conformity. Conformity means most of the people, the majority will accept both the cultural goals and the legitimate means. So the majority of people, they accept the societal goal and they use legitimate, that means legal means to achieve them. Okay, that is easily understood. That means most of the people in society, they are good. So they don't do bad things to be rich. For an example, that is first type. So happily, we all belong to that. And second one is innovation. That means accepting the cultural goals. So those people, they accept cultural goals, but reject legitimate means. They reject legal methods. Therefore, they start doing crimes or illegal activities. And you know, these drug dealers are there, they can easily be rich. And there are weapon dealers. So they are coming under innovation, but they are not positive innovations. Next, ritualism.
Okay, madam.
Yes, ritualism. That means there are some people who reject cultural goals but accept legal means. Okay, so this is also confusing. And this may lead to a focus on following rules and procedure without any real ambition. So that is also useless. So they follow legal methods, but they don't have proper goals.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so Maya, we'll see whether others also have finished reading.
Okay, ma'am.
Harry,
Finish,
okay.
ma'am.
Finish. Okay, very good, very nice. Retreatism. So here you can easily understand. Retreatism means people are rejecting both the cultural goals and legitimate means. So they reject both. And such people, they are similar to withdrawing themselves from society. They are very, very isolated. And such people will be drug addicted people, homeless people, just like that. So even though they are living in society, they do not belong to the society. And then rebellion. Okay, so there are some people, they reject both cultural goals and legitimate means, but rather than withdrawing out of society, they try to find new goals and means. And this can lead to social movements or revolutionary activities. That is good actually in a way. They don't accept existing cultural goals and methods to achieve them. So they try to find new ones. Okay, then the next topic. So we are simply touching them. Sociology of education.
Okay, ma'am.
Sociology of education. The sociology of education delves into the social dynamics within educational setting. Okay, sociology of education. That means it examines the interactions, relationships, and cultural influences that shape the learning experience. Okay, under sociology of education, we are paying attention to interactions, relationships, and cultural influences in the learning experience, how these things affect learning.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, social interactions in the classroom, it's actually complex and multifaceted. That means there are different phases, different aspects for that. And basically under social interactions, we can talk about these four: teacher-student relationship, peer interaction, classroom climate, instructional methods. So we'll pay our attention to them separately. Just read.
Okay, madam.
Yes. Teacher-student relationship. This involves the communication and exchange between teachers and students. That you can easily have a teacher-student relationship. So then there are various forms for the direct instructions. Sometimes this relationship is very direct. Lectures, demonstrations, and question and answer sessions. Or sometimes feedback and assessment, providing constructive criticism, grading assignments, and offering support. So teacher is giving feedback, constructive criticism, and then guidance and counseling, offering emotional and academic support to students. Okay, you are very familiar with these things. This is how a teacher-student relationship exists: direct instruction, feedback and assessment, guidance and counseling. And then student-student interaction, the peer interaction. See,
Finish, madam.
yes. Student-student interaction. You see how they interact among them, group work and collaboration. Okay, when students are assigned group work, they have to work collaboratively, working together on projects, sharing ideas, and solving problems. Okay, so that is a new trend and that is highly accepted, interactive learning. And peer learning and tutoring. Students helping each other understand concepts. Or you also might have experienced the same. So when exams are coming closer, sometimes maybe your semester is over, but you learn from your peers or you teach others. And then social interaction, building friendship, forming cliques, and engaging in social activities within the classroom. So while you are learning particular subject area, you can organize lots of social interactive activities. So then you can make different forums, and you can do social activities, charity work, just like that. Here.
Okay, madam.
Oh. The concept of working conscious refers to the shared understanding and expectations that exist between teachers and students. Yes. Okay, working conscious means teachers and students, they have to work together. So when they are working together, there should be shared understanding. The teacher should understand students. The student should understand the teacher. The teacher is having some expectations. The student's expectation also should tally with teacher's expectations. So then only working conscious can be there. So then the teacher's purpose is one, the student purpose is something else. And teacher does not understand the student does not understand the teacher. Then working consciousness cannot exist. Okay. Just read.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see importance of social interaction in the classroom. Classroom, I can't see it. Classroom, enhanced learning. Constructivism. I don't know whether I have spoken about constructivism with you somewhere else. Constructivism is an educational theory, actually. It's a huge theory. Constructivism is with the opinion that so then before without telling these things, I cannot continue also. And I don't know whether you will be confused when I tell these things. Before constructivism, there was an educational theory called passivism. Under passivism, the students were considered as empty vessels. Okay, just get what I am telling into your mind. I know you can't remember everything, but without telling these things, I can't touch constructivism. Under passivism, it was believed that learners, when they enter school, when they start educational journey, their heads are empty. The teacher's task is to fill these empty vessels, empty heads with knowledge. Okay, did you get the idea? Students are similar to empty vessels. Vessels means in Sinhala we call bhajana, empty vessels. What teachers do is filling these empty vessels with knowledge. And that was the idea in the field of education for a long time. But later, constructivism came. But according to constructivism, it says learners are not empty vessels. That means their heads are not empty vessels. When they enter schools, when they are enrolled into school, their heads are filled with some knowledge. Because they were at homes, they were having friends, they were having relatives. So their heads contain certain things. What teachers are doing is constructing new knowledge on the existing knowledge. Okay, constructivism is positive, but passivism is negative from students' perspective. Did you get some knowledge about these two theories? At least one, two, very little knowledge?
Yeah, madam.
Okay. Social interaction is central to constructivist learning theory, which emphasizes that learning occurs through social interactions and the negotiation of meaning. So, constructivism highlights the importance of social interaction. Okay, through interactions and negotiation, learning occurs. Okay, so we have to interact with each other. Through that, we learn lots of things. And then cognitive development. Interacting with others helps students develop critical thinking. So interactive learning, that is highly accepted. In the past, learning was done all alone, individually. But in modern world, learning is not an individual task. It's an interactive task. Together we have to learn. So then only the students' critical thinking ability, problem solving ability, and communication abilities will improve. Then motivation and engagement. So when students engage in social interaction, their motivation and engagement will improve. The motivation towards education learning and engagement in learning will improve, and they will learn in an enjoyable way, collaboratively, together. You see this also.
Okay, madam.
Okay. Factors influencing social interaction. We'll see what are the classroom climate. The classroom climate affects social interaction. We'll see what it is. The overall atmosphere of the classroom. So then that means classroom environment. It affects a lot for social interaction. And it includes factors like trust, whether students are having trust about the classroom, the respect, whether each and every student respect each other. Inclusivity, that means every student should be included. No one should be spared. And significantly influences social interaction. Trust, respect, and inclusivity in the classroom is highly important for social interaction. So, trust, respect, and inclusivity is called classroom climate. And then teacher's role. That means teachers' teaching style, communication skills, classroom management techniques. You know what classroom management is. And these things play a very crucial role in social interaction. And there are some teachers, maybe their teaching style is very boring. They do not communicate properly. Their classroom management is very poor. So we can't expect social interaction. And then students' diversity. Diversity of students in terms of background, learning style, and personalities can impact the dynamic of social interaction. Okay, so students are not same. If there are 30 students, they are 30 different students actually. Different backgrounds, they are having different learning styles, they have different personalities. All these things influence social interaction. And also the technology. The use of technology in the classroom can both facilitate and complicate social interaction. What type of technology is used in the classroom, that also affects social interaction. Okay, for an example, we'll say just like what we are doing today, online platform. Online lectures will not encourage social interaction. You are at your house, I am at my home, and we are conducting lectures, and you are there, I am here, but we don't have any social interaction. And among yourself, and there are 17 students, there are students, but still they don't have any social interaction. So you can understand technology. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Social and emotional development. So we are still talking about these things. Let me show you the main theme. Factors influencing social interaction. So here, social and emotional development. Building relationship. Classroom interactions help students to develop social skills, build relationships, and to navigate social situations. That means inside the classroom, there should be an opportunity to develop, build up relationships. And then conflict resolution. In modern era, in private companies, there is a position called conflict resolution officer. So that's a post. So then students learn to resolve conflicts, negotiate, and cooperate with others. So when they are learning collaboratively as a class, as a group, there will be lots of conflicts. And there may be differences among their opinions. So they have to resolve these conflicts. They have to negotiate, and they have to cooperate with others. And self-esteem and confidence. So when they interact with each other, it can boost students' self-esteem and confidence. So when students are alone and separately learning, that will not help to improve their confidence and self-esteem. But when they interact with each other, it helps to boost students' self-esteem and confidence.
Rahmi. இங்க இதுல வந்து விளையாடுங்க.
Have to mute your microphone, otherwise when you are shouting at home, we can hear you.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Working conscious, consensus. In the context of decision making and group dynamics, a working consensus generally refers to an agreement that is reached among group of people, even if it's not a unanimous agreement. Okay. So earlier we were talking about working consensus under teacher and student. So there should be some type of agreement. Teacher's purpose and student purpose should tally. Teacher's understanding and student's understanding should tally. The same way, when we are working in a group, all the group members should have an agreement on certain things. That is called working consensus. It's not a unanimous agreement. If there are 20 members, it doesn't mean all 20 agree, at least the majority. It means that when everyone may not fully agree on every aspect on the decision, they are willing to move forward and support the decision as a whole. So when we decide something as a group, there may be certain group members who do not like that idea. But once this decision is taken by everyone, they support it. That is called working consensus. Is it clear? So working consensus is there everywhere when we do group work. And at least one or two will be there who is totally against. But still, once that decision is taken, they all follow it. Okay, we'll see the key characteristics of working consensus. Yeah, just see.
Okay, madam.
Yes. Shared understanding. So then shared understanding should be there for working consensus. So there may be different opinions, but they should come to a common objectives in achieving something. So then at that time, the personal opinions should be ignored. Shared understanding. Mutual respect. So then group members should respect each other. Okay, that should be there.
Okay, ma'am.
Commitment to action. Okay, so then when they work together and when they take a decision, despite other disagreement, they should commit to the work. They should commit to achieve the goal. So once they decided something, they should forget the earlier different opinions, but they should work together. They should commit themselves to achieve the goal. Flexibility. Okay, so then even though they work with a working consensus, it doesn't mean they should be very rigid, but they can go for adjustment and modification as needed. According to the different circumstances, what they took early can be adjusted. So even they took just imagine a group took a foolish decision. So when they are working on the decision only, they understand it's not correct. So there should be a type of flexibility to change it.
Okay, madam.
Okay. We'll see peer group and student subculture. So you know what peer groups? They play a significant role in shaping students' attitudes, behaviors, and academic performance. So you were also, when you were studying, you were in peer groups. You are very comfortable in your peer groups. And your peer groups influence your attitudes, behaviors, and academic performance. And then students are having subcultures. So then they are also, we say birds of same feather flock together. So students with same opinions, same values, norms, interests will get together, and that affect educational experience also. A peer group refers to a social group made up of individuals who share similar characteristics such as age, interest, and social status. So there are different criteria for peer groups. Okay, some joins because of the same interest, some because of the same age, some because of the same social status.
Okay, ma'am.
Characteristics. Socialization. Peer groups play a crucial role in socialization that you can easily understand. Values, belief, and behaviors. Then identity formation. Okay, so then your peer groups will help you to develop your own sense of identity and self-worth. So then identity formation. Okay, for that also, we are talking about peer groups. Yeah, peer groups will help. Peer groups provide social support and sense of belonging. So when you are there belonging to a particular peer group, you are very comfortable. You feel I am belong to some. Okay, just imagine, there are some students who do not belong to any peer group. They are individual, but they are not very comfortable actually. Conformity and deviance. They can exert pressure on individuals to conform to group norms, but they can also be source of deviance if the group engage in negative behavior. Okay, so then peer groups, it doesn't mean all the group members should agree whatever they do. But if some feels the group is following some negative behavior, they can deviate from it. They can withdraw the group. Next.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, student subculture. The definition for subculture is there. It's a distinct cultural group within the broader school environment. It's a group of students who share common interests, values, and behaviors that differentiate them from the larger student body. Okay, there are many subcultures inside the school environment. So they differentiate the particular group of students from the bigger group, bigger culture. We see further. Can check to which group you belong to when you were schooling. Okay, here you can see some examples. Jocks, not jocks. Athletes who prioritize sports and athletic achievement. So they have a group of students who are doing sports together. Nerds or geeks. Students who excel academically and are interested in intellectual pursuit. The clever students will get together and have a group. Goths. Students who embrace specific style of music, fashion, and aesthetics. So they are our group for that. Preps. The students who emphasize social status, popularity, and conformity to mainstream norms. Okay, maybe these names are new to you, jocks, nerds, goths, preps, but even then you can understand what these groups are.
Okay.
Okay. A relationship between peer groups and students' subculture. Student subcultures can be considered a type of peer group. So then you also might have had the same opinion. Peer groups and subculture, are they same or different? Sometimes they both can be the same. However, student subcultures are often more defined and more stronger shared identity and set of norms compared to general peer groups. But the difference is student subculture is more stronger than peer groups. That you also can understand. The subculture is more strong and bigger than peer groups. Otherwise, one subculture can be a peer group. A peer group can be a subculture. Okay, so that is the end of today's one. So I thought of discussing some questions. Yeah, let me share it with you based on what we did today actually. Wait. I prepared the question, but I could not put it into slide, but we'll use the word format. Only thing we need the question now. We'll at least go through 10 questions, not more than that, according to the time. I'm just arranging them. Wait. Number 8 is there. Let me share it. The sharing also I have to adjust it. Okay, so here, I don't know whether you can see them. Let me make it the letters bigger. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Hari, okay. Yeah, first see what is the correct answer for this. Which of the following is not the primary aim of educational sociology? Yeah, you have answered. Yes. Answer C is the correct one. Your answer is correct. We'll go to the second. Let me highlight the question. Okay. Second question. What is the main purpose of analyzing the relationship between education and social inequality? Yes, you have answered the correct one. B is the correct answer. I will share these things. I will prepare it well and share. Okay, question number 3. Put it down and highlight. What is the significance of identifying and addressing educational challenges and disparities? Let me see your answer. Yeah, some have mentioned B also, but most of you have mentioned A. A is the correct answer. Correct. A is the correct answer. We'll go to the next one. Yes. B is the correct answer. You have provided the correct answer. Question number 5. The answer was there. That's a mistake. Okay, anyhow. But without that, we'll see. And which of the following is not a key theory associated with Emily Durkheim? You can simply remember little. Yeah, how you have answered is correct. Psychoanalysis is not there under the theory of Durkheim. Number 6. According to Durkheim, what is the role of education in society? Yes, I'm looking at how you are. Yes, how you are answering is correct. B. So in the question also you have answered.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here. What is anomy according to Durkheim? Yes, you have answered the correct one. B. a state of normalness or a breakdown of social norms and values. We'll go to question number 8. In Martin's frame theory, what does innovation refers to? You may not remember sometimes. It's okay. I am giving. Just now only we did. We'll see. You have answered. You have gone wrong there, but it's okay because just now we completed at home. Yeah, you can later check. Actually, answer should be B. Accepting cultural goals but rejecting legitimate means. Number 9. Which of the following is not a key element of social interactions in the classroom? It's an easy question. Yeah, D is the correct answer, weather pattern. The last one for today. How can peer interaction influence students' learning? Your answer is correct. Answer C is the correct one. Okay, so we'll wind up here for today, and I will continue the remaining questions next week. But before next week, if possible, I will send it with you. I will be sharing today's note also with Mr. Rishad. Then shall we wind up the session?
Okay, madam.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, madam. Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Okay,
Welcome.
thank you, ma'am.
Okay.